Have you ever felt dizzy or lightheaded for no apparent reason? It might be a sign of dehydration, a sneaky condition that affects millions of seniors worldwide. Welcome to Senior Wisdom Elderly Legacy, your go-to channel for practical health tips to thrive after 60 and beyond. Today, we're diving into a topic that's more critical than you might think: hydration. It's not just about sipping water when you're thirsty. For seniors, dehydration can quietly lead to serious issues like kidney trouble, heart strain, or even memory lapses. Let me share a story about John, a 72-year-old retiree from Florida. John was the life of his neighborhood gardening club, always out tending his roses. But one blazing summer day, he felt unusually tired and dizzy. He figured it was just the heat and grabbed an iced tea instead of water. By afternoon, he was so unsteady he nearly collapsed. His daughter rushed him to the doctor, where they found out he was severely dehydrated. His kidneys were struggling, and his blood pressure had dropped dangerously low. The surprising part? John didn't even feel thirsty. He had no clue his body was crying for help. Now, he keeps a water bottle by his side wherever he goes. Dehydration isn't just a small problem, it's a big deal. In the U.S., over 1 million seniors end up in the hospital each year because of dehydration-related issues, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And it's not just an American concern. Whether you're in Melbourne, Manchester, or Miami, the risk is real. Why are seniors more vulnerable? As we age, our bodies hold less water, down to about 50% after 65, compared to 60% when we were younger, says the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Plus, our thirst signals weaken, and medications like diuretics can make it even harder to stay hydrated. In this video, we're breaking down 5 key signs of dehydration that every senior and their loved ones needs to recognize. Here's what we'll cover. Persistent dry mouth. More than just a nuisance, it's your body's first warning. Unexplained fatigue. When dehydration zaps your energy. Mental fog or confusion. A hidden threat to your brain. Dark urine or rare bathroom trips. What your body's telling you. Sudden dizziness. A serious risk you can't ignore. By the end of this video, you'll know how to spot these signs and what to do about them. Whether you're tuning in from Florida, Sydney, or anywhere else, this is for you. Aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means living smarter and stronger. Alright, if you caught part 1, you know dehydration isn't just a summer nuisance. It's a silent threat that can sneak up on any senior, anywhere, from Florida to Sydney. I promised we'd unpack 5 signs your body's waving when it's running dry. And trust me, these aren't just random guesses. They're grounded in science, backed by stories like John's, and loaded with tips you can use today. So, let's not waste a drop. Here's the first sign. Sign 1. Persistent dry mouth. Your body's first SOS. Have you ever woken up with a mouth so dry it feels like you've been chewing on cotton? That was me at 68, stumbling to the kitchen, thinking coffee would fix it. Turns out I was wrong, and my body was trying to tell me something. Dry mouth is more than a little annoyance. It's your body's first cry for help. After 65, our saliva glands slow down, and that thirst signal we talked about, it's practically on mute. According to a study in the Journal of Gerontology, add in meds like antihistamines or blood pressure pills, and you're losing moisture faster than you realize. For me, it wasn't just mornings. My lips would crack, my voice would rasp, and even swallowing a bite of toast felt like a chore. Here's a story. Meet Margaret, a 67-year-old from Perth, Australia. She loved her daily tea with friends, but she started noticing her mouth stayed dry no matter how much she sipped. She blamed the salty biscuits, switched to herbal tea. Nothing worked. Then one day, she felt so parched she could barely chat. A quick doctor's visit revealed she was dehydrated. Her sodium levels were off, and her kidneys were stressed. Margaret had no idea that skipping water for tea was quietly taxing her system. The science backs this up. The National Institutes of Health says chronic dry mouth from dehydration can lead to dental issues and even infections if ignored. So what can you do? Start simple. Keep a glass of water by your bed and sip it first thing. I add a lemon slice for flavor. If your mouth's begging for moisture, don't wait. Give it what it needs. Hook for next sign. But what if that dryness comes with a tiredness you can't shake? Stick around, sign number 2's up next. Sign 2. Unexplained fatigue, when energy vanishes. Ever feel like you're dragging through the day? Even after a good night's sleep? I used to blame it on age. Guess 70's catching up? I'd say. But then I learned fatigue might not just be time, it might be thirst. Dehydration hits your energy hard. Water keeps your blood flowing smoothly, delivering oxygen to your muscles and brain. When you're low, that flow slows, and everything feels heavier. A 2018 study in the Lancet found that even mild dehydration, losing just 1 to 2% of your body water, can zap energy levels in seniors. For me, it was afternoons. I'd slump in my chair, barely able to finish a crossword. Take Susan, a 66-year-old from Manchester, UK. She was a retired nurse, still bustling around volunteering, until she started crashing midday. She'd nap for hours, thinking it was her busy schedule. One hot July, she felt so wiped out she missed a shift. Her son insisted on a checkup. Turns out, dehydration was slowing her heart and thickening her blood. Susan swapped her endless cups of tea for water breaks, and within days, she was back on her feet. If you're yawning more than usual or feeling like you're wading through mud, don't just power through, grab a glass. Fatigue's your body saying, refuel me now. Hook for next sign. Feeling tired is one thing, but what if your mind starts slipping too? Sign 3's a game changer. Sign 3. Mental fog or confusion, a brain in distress. Ever blank out on a word mid-sentence or forget why you walked into a room? I did, and it scared me. At 69, I'd stare at my grocery list, lost, wondering if this was the start of something worse. Spoiler, it wasn't dementia, it was dehydration. Your brain's 75% water, and it's picky about staying hydrated. A study from Aging Research Reviews showed that seniors who skimp on water score lower on memory and focus tests. Lose just 2% of your body's water, and your brain fogs up, confusion sets in, decisions get fuzzy. For me, it hit during a card game. I couldn't remember the rules I'd known for decades. Here's another story. Bill, 71, from Chicago. Bill was a trivia buff, always winning at pub nights. But one winter, he started fumbling answers, even forgetting names. He chalked it up to age until a dizzy spell landed him at the doctor's. Dehydration was the culprit. His brain wasn't getting enough oxygen-rich blood. Bill started sipping water between beers, and his sharpness came back. If your mind's playing hide and seek, don't panic. Try this. Sip water every hour. I keep a bottle on my table now. It's not just age. It's a sign you need to hydrate. Hook for next sign. But what's your body saying when you're not running to the bathroom? Sign 4 is a clue you can't miss. Sign 4. Dark urine or rare bathroom trips, a silent signal. Here's a question. When's the last time you checked your pee? Sounds odd, but it's a window into your health. At 67, I noticed mine was dark yellow. Sometimes I go hours without a trip to the loo. I thought, less hassle, right? Wrong. Dark urine or infrequent bathroom visits scream dehydration. Healthy pee should be pale yellow. Think lemonade, not amber. The Mayo Clinic says when you're low on water, your kidneys hoard it, making urine concentrated and scarce. That's trouble. Overworked kidneys can lead to stones or infections, common in seniors. Meet Ellen, a 68-year-old from Sydney. Ellen loved her coastal walks, but started noticing her urine looked like tea. She barely went twice a day, figuring it was normal. Then came the back pain, a kidney infection from dehydration. She'd been sipping coffee, not water, thinking it was enough. Now, she tracks her water with a bright blue bottle. Pale pea's her new goal. Check your color. If it's dark or you're barely going, up your water game. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day, more if you're active. Your kidneys will thank you. Hook for next sign. Feeling steady on your feet? Sign 5 might knock you off balance, literally. Sign 5. Sudden dizziness. A fall waiting to happen. Ever stand up and feel the room spin? At 70, it happened to me. I get up from my recliner and whoosh. I grab the armrest to stay upright. I blamed low blood sugar, But the real issue was low water. Dizziness is dehydration's danger zone. Without enough water, your blood volume drops, and your brain doesn't get the oxygen it needs fast enough. A British medical journal study found dehydration doubles fall risk in seniors, falls that can break hips or worse. For me, it was scariest in the kitchen. I nearly hit the counter. Consider Tom, 73, from Bristol, UK. Tom was a DIY guy, always fixing something. One day, he stood up from his workbench, felt dizzy, and fell, spraining his ankle. His wife called the paramedics, who pegged it as dehydration. Tom had skipped water for hours, lost in his projects. Now, he sets a timer to sip every hour. If dizziness strikes, sit down and sip slowly, don't chug. Keep water close, especially when you're moving around. Falls aren't worth the risk. So, there you have it. 5 signs your body's flashing when it's desperate for water. Persistent dry mouth, unexplained fatigue, mental fog, dark urine, and sudden dizziness. These aren't just little quirks of aging. They're wake-up calls. At Senior Wisdom Elderly Legacy, we've walked through the science and stories, from John in Florida to Ellen in Sydney, to show you how dehydration can quietly chip away at your health, even your lifespan. But here's the good news. You've got the power to turn it around. Let's recap why this matters. The National Institutes of Health warns that chronic dehydration in seniors can strain your kidneys, spike your blood pressure, and fog your mind. Issues that steal not just years, but quality of life. A 2019 study in the Lancet even tied poor hydration to faster cognitive decline. But it's not a life sentence, it's a choice. Every sip you take is a step toward sharper days, steadier steps, and more moments with the people you love. So, what's your next move? Start small. Keep a water bottle handy. Sip it first thing in the morning, and aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day. Hate plain water? Toss in a slice of cucumber or a splash of juice. Watch for these signs: dry mouth, tiredness, confusion, dark pee, dizziness, and act fast. If you're on meds or live in a hot place like Texas or Queensland, bump it up a bit. But check with your doctor if you're unsure. Here's my challenge. Try it for a week. 1 glass when you wake up, 1 with every meal. You might be amazed at how much brighter you feel. Share this with a friend. Maybe they've been brushing off that fatigue too. At Senior Wisdom Elderly Legacy, we're here to help you live boldly, not just longer. Drop a comment, tell us your favorite hydration trick, or just say I'm in. Like, subscribe, and let's keep this wisdom flowing. You've got this. Your legacy starts with every drop.